Welcome again to my channel. Hoje no nosso vídeo nós vamos falar de um assunto que muitas pessoas já comentaram comigo que é um assunto que estressa um pouco as pessoas, as crianças, que é estudar aqui nos Estados Unidos. Como vai ser quando meu filho chegar e não sabe nada de inglês, meu filho já está ansioso porque ele não sabe como vai ser. Então eu achei que seria interessante fazer um vídeo com o Flavio, deixa eu apresentar para vocês aqui.
Oi.
A.K.A. my son, meu filho Flavio, vai participar do vídeo hoje porque ele vai contar do ponto de vista dele como foi ser uma criança vindo sem falar inglês no primeiro dia de aula. Então ele vai contar pra gente aqui como foi a experiência dele, tá bom? Logicamente que uma criança é diferente da outra, uma criança vai ter uma experiência diferente da outra, mas a gente quer mostrar um pouco como funciona o ambiente, como foi a nossa experiência, para que de repente possa ajudar quem está vindo a se sentir mais confiante, de repente tirar alguma dúvida, ok? Então o vídeo todo vai ser em inglês, porque a gente sempre quer aproveitar aqui para ensinar o inglês. Então além de informar, vocês vão praticando inglês aí, tá bom? Vou botar a legenda, mas vamos treinar o listening e o inglês em geral, ok? Então vamos começar? Então vamos lá. First question. First of all, Flavio, how old are you now?
I am 12 years old.
And how old were you when we came to the US?
I think I was 9.
Yes, you were 9. What were your expectations before we came to the United States?
I was not expecting much because I did not really know. I think I was too young to understand traveling. So I just got there, we were going to school, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to school like in Brazil. Everything's going to be the same.
No.
I didn't have any expectations.
Okay. And how did you feel in your first day of school? Do you remember your feelings?
I was feeling quite confused. I felt lost. I wasn't anxious, I wasn't like scared because I didn't know because I didn't expect them to start speaking English. I went there and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn math, gonna learn social studies, and then I answered them and I'm like, why are you talking gibberish? I don't know what you're saying.
I understand. Okay. So, did you know how to speak English? I think you have already answered this question, but did you know anything in English back then?
I knew very little, like just really basic words. Like I knew hi, I knew bye, I knew goodbye too. I knew some just really basic words.
Really basic words, okay. And how long do you think it took you to feel more confident communicating in English?
I would say maybe around the first week, 4 to 5, maybe 3 days. I really got used to the school, really simple.
So you felt more confident at school, like within the first week?
Yes, within the first
but
week.
You didn't speak English fluently at this point?
No, but yet. I knew I was going to school and I had an idea of what I was going to do.
Okay, you already knew how things worked, so you felt more confident, more comfortable, things like that. All right. And do you remember some of the things the teacher did that that helped you understand or helped you learn or helped you feel more confident, more comfortable? Do you remember?
Yes, I remember one thing. I don't know if every school does this, but in my school, my teacher would, around every day, bring me outside of the classroom, not the school, sit me down on a table, and then there would be a book in front of me, and the book would be like, there's a picture, and then there's a word in Portuguese and a word in English. And I'm like, okay, so this is obviously the same thing in Portuguese, so I'm guessing this is it in English.
So the teacher even took the time to translate from English to Portuguese, print out some papers and give it to you, so that you could compare the two languages and start learning. That was really helpful, right? Okay. And Do you remember some details of your first week at school? Like what happened, what you did? Were the other kids trying to talk to you? Do you remember some of these details?
My first week was really normal, just really calm.
Mm-hmm.
I just go to school, I would stay in the classroom, sit down in my chair.
Mm-hmm.
She would call me outside, I would sit down, I would do all the assignments on the book, and then sometimes I would go back in, then I remembered that around that time I could understand some new words. Like I was learning new words
very
by
fast.
then. Yes, I could understand some words that the kids were speaking. Yes.
Something interesting to tell people is that the school year was already in the middle. We arrived here in the middle of their school year, so the kids were already knew each other, and you were, in the middle of the year. Okay. So, what are the differences that you notice between the schools in Brazil and the schools in the U.S.?
I only noticed two particular things. Number one, and the most obvious one that I think every kid will also have, is that they don't speak Portuguese.
Obviously.
They speak English.
Yeah.
And the second one is that the structure of the rooms are much nicer than in Brazil. In Brazil, it's like, enter this room, you do work. Here's like, you come into this room, you do work with fun. Brazil is just really bland, there's nothing much. The max they will have is an ABC on top of the board.
Okay, so you think the classroom is much more...
Yes, much more colorful and nicer for young kids.
Okay, very good. And the last question is, what advice would you give to the kids who are preparing, who are planning to come to study here in the U.S.? What would you say to them?
An example I would give to you is that I didn't know, I was just confused, I didn't know they were speaking English. So I feel like a good advice I could give to you is to stay calm. And because if you're like, I don't know what they're saying, they probably know that you don't know.
They probably know, yes. They know, the teacher knows that you don't know.
The students might know that you do not speak English.
So you don't need to be scared, you don't need to be nervous. Is that your advice?
Yes.
Everything's gonna be alright in the end.
And if you do speak English, make as many friends as you can.
Yes. Thank you very much, Flavio, for your help. Vou falar um pouquinho em português agora, só para finalizar. Então, gente, cada experiência, como eu falei, é de um jeito, né? Essa foi a nossa experiência. Se tem alguma coisa que a gente não falou, que vocês têm curiosidade de saber, pode perguntar nos comentários, ou se não quiser deixar público, pode deixar no privado para mim lá no Instagram, que eu vou responder tudo que a gente puder, tá bom? Se tiver mais alguma curiosidade, coisas que vocês queiram saber, me avisem. E para quem está perguntando, sim, o Flávio ainda fala português, tá? Ele não esqueceu. Fala alguma coisa em português aí, Flávio.
Se inscreva no canal da minha mãe, por favor.
Muito bem.
Se você quer ver mais vídeos assim, que são muito bons.
Oh, obrigada. Então é isso, gente. Eu vou fazer mais um vídeo de continuação, tá? Mas vai ser sobre tema de escola também, mas vou contar uns termos que a gente usa no ambiente escolar, coisas que eu aprendi aqui, que é muito utilizado pra gente se comunicar com a escola, como funciona mais ou menos. Então, fiquem ligados aí, se inscrevam, como ele falou, pra gente dar continuidade, tá bom? Então é isso. Como eu sempre digo, see you soon.
Bye.